Designed in Germany, the Kohlesack wallet brings a different feature set to this wallet layout. But does it hit a home run? Well, stick around to find out. Welcome to Walletopia. We appreciate you being here. Go to walletopia.info. Register. Really, we send out good stuff. And remember, Walletopia is where you go when you want to know anything and everything there is about the world of wallets. And we also have a new site, explore.walletopia.info. It's an interactive experience on the web about all the wallets we reviewed and the ones we have coming up, where you can find the best wallets based off your needs, materials, price, the type, those kinds of things. So go check it out. I only studied German for 2 years in high school, and honestly, I don't remember a scheisse thing. But anyway, the layout of these features in this wallet are interesting. So let's get into it. All right, we have the Kohlesack, designed in Deutschland, in Germany. RFID blocker. Finstes Rinderleder. This is, I think, finest cowhide is what that means. On the back here, this Kohlesack is just as minimalist as this description. Just perfect. Sure. All right. Into the box we open. This is a retail type presentation where you would see in store as well. So they put a multi-purpose to it, and here we go. Here is the wallet. Nice sewing here. We open it up. An example of how the cash works. It's got their name engraved on the money clip. Again, to tell you that we have RFID in here. Yes, I know. We'll talk about that more later. Here's the main card pocket, if you couldn't guess. And wow, I don't think my wife would approve of that. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, I like that. Agreed. I think that's life. And interesting. All right. 5 to 6 cards. Well, that's the demonstration there. So, nice way. All right. So, let's see here. Interesting. All right. Now onto the feature review of the Kohlesack wallet. The Kohlesack wallet. No appreciable features. On the exterior, we go to the interior. On the left-hand side, we have a money clip here where it has the name Kohlesack engraved on it, and this is removable. You can pull this out, and it's connected by a sew pattern, which just keeps it in there, and it has a nice tension to it here, so we'll just put that back in. If we continue on the left-hand side, there is a slot here. There is, on this side and this side in the rear, you cannot fit cards in here. It's too tight to get cards, and I'll show that later in the review. But on the left-hand side, they say this is for coins, which you can put here flat. And on the right-hand side, you could probably put more coins here on the inside, or receipts, or whatever you'd like, a key. And the cards is really what fits on the front side here. So this is where cards go, 5 to 6, and you have a quick access thumb push here to get the cards out. And that is a quick review of the features of the Kohlesack wallet. Now into the card and cash insertion test. As you saw, I got 5 cards in there, 4 coins, 2 to 3 slips of cash in there. It worked fine for US currency as well as yen, so euro is going to fit in there just fine. Minimalist carry is 3, reasonable is 5. The company recommends 5 to 6 cards. I would say that really is the max unless you plan to stretch the pocket. There's not a lot of room to put cards in the secondary slots. So let me show you how that doesn't work. So if we take these cards out, just for sake of demonstration, and we try and put a card into this secondary slot in the rear, it really struggles. You can do it, but it's almost like it's not meant to. And the reason why is because it is, the measurements are so tight on this. And really, they kind of make it obvious that this is your card slot right here in front. And again, it does fit in nice and snug. And so you can get cards here, but it is really hard to get them out. And so, you know, emergency card in there, the other cash, I don't know. But the cards in the back, really tight. Like I mentioned and showed, the currency needs to be folded either twice or in thirds to put it on here. It's you know, a very small wallet from a dimension perspective. From a quality angle, this is designed in Germany. No indication of where it's manufactured. The website says it's made of real leather, and the box indicates the finest cowhide. It smells like a chrome tan, but it is very soft, and so, you know, it's decent quality from that perspective. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, it does have RFID. I know. But only on the interior cards. Okay, so the cards that you put in here are only that. You can use this for tapping, which is quite nice. Now the wallet is designed to be very tight in dimensions, which I showed you, which makes it very difficult to get cards in that secondary slots in the back. The leather is wrapped here. Let me show you. As you can see, the wrap leather here, very common manufacturing technique, especially for mass-made products and wallets. It's used for very thin split leather, and you can't put two very thin pieces of leather together and expect them to look or operate well. And from a completion perspective of the leather again is only a strip about to here. Beyond that, we actually have material, which is that RFID material. Yes, I know, we're booing a lot in this episode. And so, you know, the completeness of the leather is, you know, it could be more. I hate RFID. It just takes away from the completeness of a product, and it's not necessary anymore. And so with that, it does come in 6 colors, which is kind of nice. And from a pricing perspective, it's $43. Now, based on the construction, I think that's probably a little expensive for this. From a usability perspective, the money clip is offset. I'm not sure why, but as you see here, if you're looking at the wallet straight down, why isn't this in the middle? It seems very unintuitive, because when you want to put cash in here, you will put it right in the middle. At which point then it interferes. I mean, you have to conscientiously move this over so it's aligned with the wallet and not with the money clip. I'm not sure why they didn't put it in the center. It just seems a little odd to me. You know, the other consideration is where, oh, maybe it's because of how it folds against the leather, but that's really not the case. I just don't understand why that's there. The one thought is that so it doesn't interfere with the hole here, because if this actually lined up with the quick thumb push, it could possibly damage the cards. But other than that, not sure why they did that. Now, once everything is in place in the wallet, it seems to function very well. But the cash always seems to be flopping around in here when I was kind of toying with it a bit. If you don't have coins stacked on each other in this particular little slot in the back, then I really believe they stay put. They really function pretty good, and it is a tight closure on there. But it feels like the coins were kind of a second thought in the design. I'm not quite sure on this. Now the measurements, they're 3.8 by 2.6 by 0.3, very tight, and it weighs 30 grams. From a perception perspective, I think it's a competent wallet. It's mass manufactured. The design is interesting, but not terribly unique. So with that, let's get into the final review. For quality a 3, price a 2, features a 3, usability a 2, and perception a 3. That gives us a final score of 27 out of 50. Well, there you go. Thanks for joining us today. If you want to see all the rankings, you can go to walletopia.info/rankings. Go to explore.walletopia.info as well. That's a kind of a cool site. Tell me what you think about it. And we'll see you in the next review. Bye.